We are live, we are back, and we're going to talk about what is happening with Bitcoin because it looks like quite a few people that are heavily invested in Bitcoin are starting to pay a lot more attention to Ethereum. And my personal reason or my thought process behind this is because Ethereum really hasn't taken off yet. Bitcoin is currently trading over $100,000, which is wonderful, fine, fantastic. We love that. But at the same time, there could be potentially more growth over at Ethereum as far as percentage gains. However, Bitcoin is my top asset, is one of the more solid assets for me. And I would not sell my Bitcoin to acquire Ethereum or any other asset unless I was going to be taking profit on some of this stuff, you know? But other than that, we're going to get into everything that's happening because the S&P 500 officially closes at a new all-time high of 6,305. We've got some banking drama happening with Ripple and Circle. Markets are just kind of doing their thing. So let's go ahead and get into it. First off, it's Tube Top Tuesday and I didn't wear a tube top. Darn it. Maybe we'll have to do it on Thursday. Because I wore this new blouse that I got from the thrift store. It's super cute. Super, super cute. But anyways, let's go and get into it because there's a lot of stuff to cover. And you guys, I am going to be selling most of my Ethereum. I've told you. But again, I'm starting to feel a little euphoric here because we got some people calling for $10,000 Ethereum, etc. They ain't switching. It's down 200% again. $200 again. Okay, cool, dude. All right, this is what the current market looks like, and we're down a little bit as far as the entire market looks, but that's okay. Why is it okay? Because if you don't have pullbacks, you don't get growth. Now, the crypto whale the Bitcoin whale I'm talking about is Cathie Wood. Cathie Wood sells Coinbase Roblox shares for Tom Leith's Ethereum firm. Now, Cathie Wood, if you don't know who she is, number one, she's a total fox. Number two, she is a pretty good investor. Pretty good investor. She got into Coinbase early. Roblox is absolutely going bonkers. My kid loves that game. And she's getting into Tom Leith's Ethereum firm. So ARK Invest has resurrected 3 ETFs selling Coinbase and Roblox shares to buy 1.5% stakes in Ethereum treasury firm Bitmain across its portfolios. If you guys don't know who Tom Lee is, we've talked about Tom Lee before. He is the Bitcoin the Ethereum bull. And I think he's over at Fundstrat and he is buying Ethereum and adding it to his treasury. Now, even though this is really exciting for current price, these treasuries will probably implode at one point or another. Not all of them, some of them, and we've got another story about that coming soon. Me and some other crypto OGs, I'm not a crypto OG, but crypto Twitter OGs, they're feeling the same way. Again, they were in crypto way before I am, but it's kind of what we think may happen with the bear market. However, we may, I don't know exactly when this happened, but I'll put a video out. Anyways, ARK bought 4.4 million shares of Bitmain stock, BMNR across its ARKK, ARKW, and ARKF ETFs. Funny how these folks with a lot of capital, they can just issue traditional financial instruments, right? That's cool. But we can't. I digress. Bitmain is an ETH treasury firm chaired by Fundstrat's Tom Lee. ARK sold 90.5 million in Coinbase shares and trimmed Roblox, Robinhood, and Block positions to make the purchase. She's announcing its ETH focus. Bitmain stock is over 400% year to date. Make sure you guys smash a like too, because it helps push us out to more and more people. And we got to get people all the best information. Good morning to our channel members, Mr. Alpha Junkie, Mr. R, Mr. Legend, Mr. Dale, and. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay? More stuff. And of course, we can't have a normal day in crypto without Peter Schiff. If you guys don't know who Peter Schiff is, he is the famous a gold bug that loves to spend his time trashing Bitcoin. But it's funny because he actually takes Bitcoin and crypto for payment for his paid courses, whatever. But he's basically saying that Ethereum, people should start selling Ethereum and taking profit on it right now, okay? They should be selling it and taking profit on it primarily because he thinks it's going to end up going down. What the heck? Oh, my girls are texting me right now. Yeah, but we don't listen to Peter Schiff. We pay attention to what these people say. We hear what they say. But at the end of the day, we don't listen to them because if we want to go ahead and take a look at price right here, which we'll go ahead and do a market update and stick around, you guys. There's a lot coming. A lot of news we got to get into. And as always, if you don't know, I make a second media piece at 2 p.m. PT and then a complete wrap up of the entire day at 6 p.m. PT. So make sure to check those out. But this is the market right now. Okay. And shout out to Mr. Gamer. If you'd like to trade with me, I'm over on Kraken for spot positions. If DGen work is going to be on Femex. And if you want to create custom Bitcoin and crypto, traditional financial, like investment things like SEPs and IRAs, you guys can go ahead and do so with our channel partners over at Bitcoin IRA. Now, also too, Trump and I think Marjorie Taylor, I'm not exactly sure, but I think that they're going to be removing capital gains on home sales, which is good if you're on your primary residence, which we shouldn't have those anyways. And we shouldn't have property taxes either, but fingers crossed that goes through. I think that's incredibly important, and we need to start, kind of like doing nice things for the American taxpayer, because we pay too damn much. Anyways, with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at the current market. First, let's touch on Ethereum or Bitcoin, and then we'll take a look at Ethereum because Peter Schiff is telling us to sell. Now, when we look over here, we've got support at $115,000. And Bitcoin's kind of just chilling. Not a whole lot of volume today. It is, still a little bit early. 4 hours showing the same sign. So me personally, we need at least to to retap on 120 to hit $123,000. So Bitcoin is looking the least interesting as of now. Ethereum, however, actually took a little bit of a drop down. We hit a swing wick high to 3,800. KISS 3,600, currently trading at 37. So we're just kind of seeing what's going to happen. We do look a little bit overbought over here. So did Peter Schiff call the top? I don't think even a correction down to 3,500 would make me nervous, honestly. And again, when you're not having these active corrections, when the market is so volatilely shooting upward, that's bad. It's a little bit scary. That's basic technical analysis. So Ethereum is a bit down today. Great, fine, fantastic. Key support is going to be at 3,500. Taking a look at Solana and Ethereum trade inversely to each other. Solana is officially now over $200, getting ready to kiss $209 over here. Sui tapped on support at $3.80, currently trading at $3.94. XRP continues its nice upward trajectory, however, a little bit sluggish here at about $3.54 as we tap back onto support about $3.39. Now, with that being said, I just want to see us hold above $3.30, $3.38. That's key support. And if we did have a pullback, I could go with to $3.21, but just above $3 right now. So congratulations to the XRP army. And I've got a Ripple story coming for you soon. Pay attention. Chainlink rejected at about $20 and is heading back down, which is fine. They had a lot of really big news coming out of Crypto Week last week with the Genius Act and all kinds of stuff. This is one of my longer term holds. Taking a look at ADA over here. ADA is doing nicely, doing pretty nicely. We're above 86 cents. Also, really quickly, since we're talking about Cardano, I want to segue into what Charles H is saying. I think that he's over at It's not. I wasn't able to share it yet. But while we're taking a look at my page, if you guys don't know Waka Flocka, he's freaking awesome. He's actually in the trenches in crypto, and the cool thing about him is he's like he is a celebrity and stuff like that. So shout out to him for all that success. But at the same time, he's one of the only celebrities that never rugged and is still in crypto actively building. And he's got this product called Base Drop with his native token Flocka. It's on Base, and it's you basically get to turn your music into a coin and get compensation that way, which I think is really cool. So I wanted to go ahead and give him a shout out for that because we love to see that. We absolutely love to see that. But Charles has posted something about crypto law and legislation. I'll retweet it later. So if you guys want to go ahead and pay attention to that. But Cardano's, just kind of chilling right over here. HBAR is actually green and had a nice move down. We hit 25 cents over here, popped up to about 27 cents. So HBAR is looking pretty strong. So Solana and HBAR are kind of the winners today. And other than that, that's pretty much going on with the markets. Nothing too incredibly exciting, but at the same time, we love to see a little bit of downward price action. Gamer said, I just pulled my profits from Ethereum because ETH looked overbought on the short term. And the difference between Gamer and shout out to Mr. Lawrence, the difference between Gamer and most of you guys, and this is not a slam, this is not anything bad at all. Gamer is a day trader. He is actively scalping. He's actively trading. This is what he spends most of his time doing. So for him to say that he's selling ETH on the short term means that he's anticipating number to go down a little bit, but long term he's bullish. And somebody that's actively trading, that's a behavior that they're going to do. And they very, 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 very much understands how that works and how to reinvest profits and do all these things. Okay. So he's coming from he's coming from like a shorter term time frame. Again, we still thinking that ETH's going to hit like $10,000 to $15,000 this cycle, but this is longer term. ETH is correcting a little bit on the shorter term, and that's okay. We want to see correction because it means number goes back up later. And I didn't brush my hair today because I got busy. All right, let's start and get into more stuff over here. Let's go ahead and talk about this scandalous story over here. So this is from Michael Saylor. Strategy is offering STRC Stretch, a new perpetual preferred stock via IPO to select investors. Now, he also has a press release giving more information about Master, Stark, Straff, Strad, and Strack now. Okay. So this is the thing. When we talk about treasury funds and those companies, and that's what's causing the bear market, will eventually cause a bear market in a black swan event. This is what we're talking about. Okay. So the fact that these people, and this is why I'm so against the accredited investor law, because the accredited investor law allows for people and entities with a large amount of capital to do this, to create traditional financial instruments, to raise capital to buy finite assets like Bitcoin. They get special rates on collateralized loans, all those types of things to get early access to stuff. And that's my problem. Okay. So we're trusting these people to move around billions and billions of dollars, but you're not trusting the average American, the average tax-paying American who funds this country, who helped build this country, to do what they want to do with their money. And yeah, they do need to be competent, mentally competent in those types of things. But literally at the end of the day, come on. So again, that's what's going on with Michael Saylor. And I do think that this will be part of the bear market. Lauren said, nice fit, Wendy vintage. No, this shirt is... This one is brand new. It's from the thrift store. And then the shorts, they're like long mom shorts because Love doesn't like me to wear short shorts. Okay. You don't like me to wear short shorts, but all from the thrift store. I think I paid $10 for everything. But back to Strat, what this is, or Stretch. The hell. It is an IPO to select investors of 5 million STRC preferred shares pegged at $100 each. Proceeds will be used to buy more Bitcoin and working for capital. Stretch will pay 9% initial annual dividend adjusted monthly to keep price near $100 and functions like a synthetic stablecoin with yield. Y'all remember when we talked about synthetic stablecoins in the past, Terra Luna, all of that stuff, which kind of helped cause a crypto contagion last cycle? That's exactly what he's doing. Michael Saylor is pulling that playbook. He is pulling that playbook, but is doing it within the constraints of the law, which is just as scary as SBF doing it or the Terra Luna people doing it. Kind of crazy. So when we have the crypto contagion and then we end up getting in the bear market, that will be that. But that's pretty crazy. You're just going to go ahead and create this brand new financial instrument, going to give people yield on it, yourdad.com, right? Pretty good stuff, right? Scary stuff. I don't like it. I don't think it's good at all. And I don't know why people praise him. I mean, he's really smart because he's making money, but at the end of the day. And then, of course, another company pops up. Figma seeks $6 billion valuation in test of U.S. Tech IPO market. And they've got a Bitcoin thingamabobber too. What the hell is they've got Bitcoin on their balance sheet. But moral of the story is, and good news here, is that we are finally seeing some nice Google searches for altcoins. They hit their highest level since 2021. This means we are in altcoin season. This means a bull run is upon us. This means number goes up. I don't care what you want to call it, but this means the global interest for crypto as a whole. I've got people on Twitch, on Rumble, on TikTok, on YouTube, on X, on Facebook, on Instagram. Name them. I got people everywhere that are watching. My numbers are going crazy right now. We've officially broke 1.1 million views just on YouTube. Facebook and Instagram, we're at 6 million views with 130,000 followers, which is crazy. Crazy work. Really quick shout out to Binance over here. Binance Altcoin trading hits highest volume since February, surges past 100 billion. The reason why I'm telling you this story over here is primarily because most people are trading on decentralized exchanges. But if people are trading altcoins on Binance, this is indicating renewed interest from retail, even though they're not in America. It's because of the big exchange globally. So this is bullish. This is positive. This, alongside the Google story, says quite a bit over here. Anyways. Back to the story over here. Now, BNB. Transactions on BNB Chain have tripled since April. The BNB Chain community does not sleep. We love to see it. So, seeing BNB kick off, a lot of people, volume is increasing on Binance for altcoins. Google searches going through the roof since 2021. We like it. We love to see it. Also, too, we've got a quick shout out from Ton over here, okay? So, This is, and if you're on Telegram in the trenches, etc., this is some really important news. I'm gonna need you guys to pay attention to this, okay? So from Ton Blockchain, Telegram's crypto wallet goes live to its 87 million US users, okay? If you are not in Telegram right now, last cycle was Discord, this 2017, 2018, 2019, and now is Telegram. If you are not using Telegram to get some crypto alpha, to do whatever you got to do over there, obviously you got to be careful. There's a lot of hot messes there. You need to be. But the fact that they released their wallet, their crypto wallet over there, and that just launched today, wonderful. We love it. Fantastic. Wonderful. And it's a self-custodial wallet. It supports USDT, Toncoin, NFTs, swap, staking, P2P crypto transactions like sending messages, zero-fee crypto purchases via MoonPay, Apple Pay, Google Pay cards, and allows off-ramp to bank cards. Absolutely wild. And we're going to be doing, I'm going to be doing some medium media for them in a little bit. So make sure you guys stick around for that. But this is actually going to be a really, really important tool. And Telegram is where it's at. I love it. And while we're talking about some making some moves here, SaucerSwap, which is a Hedera-based decentralized exchange, is actually their #1 decentralized crypto exchange. They just crossed 4 billion in total trade volume. So big shout out to SaucerSwap and to Hedera. This is also showing renewed interest in altcoins. Okay, renewed interest in altcoins, and we love to see that. And they also we said that they're decentralized DEX. Decentralized trading platform allows users to trade, swap, provide liquidity for tokens quickly with low fees on Hedera. Hedera's has already got low fees anyways, but this is really cool. Shout out to them. Pretty good stuff. And again, Hedera is a top 20 coin, and we're starting to see more movement come back into altcoins. This is a good indication over here. Now, I'm actually just going to use this over here. So no, it's the ABA over here. Yeah, this ABA. So just so you guys are aware, and I'm going to do a second media piece on this to cover it a little bit more, but the ABA, and shout out to Mixing for finding this. Basically, America's most powerful banking associations asked the OCC to halt bank licenses for Ripple and Circle. So these are 5 major U.S. banks. 5 major U.S. banks. But interestingly enough, and I'm going to do a second media piece on that to give you all the details, because it does involve Ripple, it does involve Circle, and they should be able to get banks if they want to. Now, kind of interesting to segue into this, PNC Bank Coinbase announced strategic partnership to advance digital asset solutions and expand banking services. So we've got 5 banks that came out and they're saying, no, OCC, you need to halt Ripple and Circle, but now this bank is allowed to partner with Coinbase. Okay? That's shady. That is shady. That is wrong. That's not okay. Not good. We don't like that. We're not okay with that. That's exactly what's happening, though. Kind of wild. And again, remember I told you all that Coinbase would be the first bank? Yes, I know about Telcoin, but Coinbase has got a household name, so people will call them the first crypto bank. But PNC Bank partnered with Coinbase to offer crypto trading and custody to its 12 million customers. They have over 400 billion assets under management, and they will use Coinbase as a crypto service platform for secure, scalable crypto access. They will provide banking services to Coinbase, and they're also one of the largest banks to adopt crypto services at scale. Timeline for rollout is not disclosed. But pretty crazy that they don't want to get the OCC, or these 5 top banks, not PNC. Other ones are saying, no, we don't want Ripple and we don't want Circle to get their banking license. Kind of crazy, right? It's crazy. It's ghetto. It's terrible. We don't like that. But it's going to be a battle of the rich people, the gazillionaires. While we're on shady banks, JP Morgan is exploring loans backed by Bitcoin and Ethereum. Okay. The move follows growing institutional interest and regulatory clarity, including the recent passage of the Genius Act. Experts say Base 3 rules remain a hurdle, but JP Morgan's plans may signal progress toward treating crypto as acceptable collateral in TradFi. JP Morgan is reportedly exploring crypto-backed loans from Bitcoin and Ethereum. This is why I don't want to sell my Bitcoin. This is exactly why. My Ethereum, I've got a lot of issues with Ethereum fundamentally as a layer 1, so I'm planning on selling 90% of it. Again, that may change in the future. We'll see. But the fact that we have banking giants like JP Morgan, and again, it's so biased. There's going to be all this drama with the banking industry. But the fact that we have JP Morgan coming out and saying, we'll consider collateralized loans for Bitcoin and Ethereum, that's why I'm not selling my Bitcoin. Because if I can use that to, again, because I'm taking profit on everything else, but if I can use that to take out loans to buy property, real estate, because that's what I want to invest in next, I love it. But they're saying this could happen as early as 2026. And the bank already accepts crypto ETF shares as loan collateral. Next on the docket for stablecoins, they infiltrate deeper into global finance as Western Union accepts crypto. Ripple was supposed to be the Western Union killer, but here we are. Western Union is shifting around their business model because they know they're going to have to. And they're actually testing stablecoin remittances in South America and Africa, testing crypto rails for faster, cheaper settlements and improved FX pricing. Also exploring a crypto wallet for cross-border payments. You know, the funny thing about that is Telegram, they beat them. Telegram is available to so many different countries on a global scale. I think there's 87 million users just in America. I think that's what they said. But now they got their own wallet. Tons got their own wallet so people could send money back and forth, crypto back and forth. And Western Union is just now trying to do this. That's crazy, right? Pretty crazy. That just shows you the banks and TradFi are scrambling. This is an important clip here. This is from Mr. Paul Atkins. Let's go ahead and listen to it together, kids. Whoops. Tic-tackies, you guys got to go to the YT, to the tube of the U.
The United States government has put its stamp of approval on a very key and important, potentially very important digital asset that will, I think, help to lower costs, lower risks in the market, because we can now move towards an instantaneous almost settlement of payment versus delivery for securities, thanks to on-chain stablecoins. And that will help, I think, innovation and to really get our markets, to be the best in the world. For the first time now,
yeah, and they're also talking, and I think another clip that we have, he's talking about Ethereum here, but this is crazy business. Again, I never liked the Genius Act, but it was a necessary evil. But he also wants 401k investors to access private markets with fiduciary protection. So we'll see what happens with that as far as retail versus accredited investors. But he does say in more of the interview that he believes stables and ETH adoption show U.S. digital asset momentum, which is very, very true. And he says now that stablecoins have full government backing, it's going to enable instant on-chain settlement and reduce market risk. So that's why you've got Western Union and JP Morgan and all the banks panicking. That's exactly why you have that. Now, next over here. Let's talk about Miss Janet Yellen. Former Fed Chair Janet Yellen says she has concerns about recent Bitcoin and crypto legislation, just in like 2013, 2017, and 2021. I'm just going to break this down really, really, really quick to you. Really quick to you, okay? The reason why she's got concerns about this, and again, I'm not trying to be rude, I'm not an ageist or anything, her generation doesn't understand. She also comes from money, power, influence. She doesn't choose to understand. She doesn't care about the underdog. She doesn't care about the average American, okay? These people they're full flight from reality, and the fact that she's saying that crypto and Bitcoin regulation is not going to be good, what the hell are you talking about? Honestly, what are you talking about? How does that make sense? Okay. How do you have concern about this? There was no regulation. Companies were unjustly getting sued, removing tax dollars from America, innovation, jobs, all of these things. Okay. And now we're getting regulation. We are getting guidelines of what we can and can't do, but that's bad. It's not good enough for you. So if you cared so much, why weren't you actively helping to create policy? Because you have the resources to do that. You don't care. You just want your people to stay rich and the rest of America to stay poor. And you want us poors to continue paying our taxpayer dollars. And you take them and that's how you get paid and da. That's why I've had it with these people, okay? Maybe it's not because she's old. I don't know. I just keep thinking about the gentleman, I think the 33-year-old CEO of Red Lobster, how he's completely changed the company around because he's brought in a fresh perspective. And he understands this class. And that's why people need to retire. And again, I'm not an ageist, but her mind just isn't there. It doesn't make sense. 1 + 1 = 69. And she is a king. She thinks she's a king. Senator Loomis, today, Tim Scott, Bernie Moreno, Haggerty, and I lead our colleagues in releasing discussion draft for market structure legislation will serve as foundation for making the U.S. the crypto capital of the world. Hey, guess what? I popped in over here too, and I says, please revise the accredited investor law, because y'all know that's what I do, and that's when I went on ABC. I said the same thing. But this is the thing, Miss Yellen, you have the opportunity. You have direct access to these people. Okay, girl? Go talk to them. Say, you know, I don't like this. We need to do this. Okay? But don't come here and trying to push out the average American. That's not okay. So while we have some public servants, which again, I don't trust all these people 100% fully, but we do have some public servants that are actually outside making positive change. While she's an unelected bureaucrat just sitting there complaining on TV, upsetting people. She's upsetting me. It is criminal not having term limits. And honestly, 65. If you have to retire at 65 years old for a regular job, why are you still being a public servant? You should not be. It is ridiculous. And I don't care if you're all there. It's not okay. About damn had it. And last but not least, S&P closes at a new all-time high of 6305. Okay. Now, with that being said, the public servants are going to be public servicing. I'm going to drop the second media piece, giving you more detail about Circle and the bank, Circle and Ripple's bank license, what's going on with that. And then I got the second media piece, but all kinds of stuff. There's good things going on. All Ethereum and some of the altcoins are dipping a little bit. They're correcting a little bit. That's good. Consult your trading investing journal. But I got to go. I'm getting a little famished too. Oh, was there something else I want to tell you? Oh, we figured out what's wrong with me health-wise, but we're still waiting on more tests. So that's what I did yesterday. They took like 7 vials or 6 vials yesterday, which isn't that bad because when you're pregnant, they always take blood from you all the time. But I'm waiting for the doctor to finally get back to me. It's crazy. I don't even have a primary care physician anymore. I don't want to talk about it. But stay tuned because I got more content coming for you guys. But anyways, yep, see, Gamer, I'm ready for a 15% discount in order to buy the next drip. And this is because Gamer is a day trader. So if you're not a day trader, you can just buy and hold and have a trading and investing plan. And that's that. But anyways, I have to go. Sending you guys love and light. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for supporting me. Shout out to Hedera Foundation and Market Cypher and Brave and Bitcoin IRA. Bye, my babies. I'm okay. I just have... They just think I have... Well, I did test positive for lupus, so we'll see. But anyways, thank you guys so much. I'm going to make some more content for you. So please make sure to go watch my my other content and comment and like and that stuff. Also,